Hello everybody, welcome back to the Ireland Rises, where we are taking FC Isle of Man from the bottom to the very top and winning the Champions League. This is an easy intro for this one. We're just going to play until we win the league. However though, it hasn't all been sunshine and rainbows since we played Loughborough and Bootle. We went to Northwich Victoria and won 2-0 away from home. We then drew 0-0 at home to Stalybridge Celtic. 1-0 away defeat to Silsden and a 2-2 draw with Nantwich Town. Now, my math is absolutely shocking, so I'll tell you for why. There's actually only 22 teams in this league, so we won't be having a 46 game season, we'll actually be having a 42 game season. So there's actually only 4 games left, so that means there's only 12 points on the board, and we are 11 points ahead, if you haven't noticed, against Cheadle Town. So there are 4 games left. They are away at Athen Collieries, then away at Mossley, home at Wythenshawe, and away to Clitheroe. I don't think we'll take it all the way to the Clitheroe game, but let's just see how we get on against Athen Collieries. We could secure the league here. And this is the team to play against, Atherton Collieries, in our first game, so you should all be familiar with the team by now. So it's Baird and goal, Stanley and Polland, our fullbacks, Moon and Utembib, Upton Nareki, Martin, Greenhall, Pinder and Shakespeare up front. Oh, like that, I was very cold, so I had to go and put a jumper on before we started this game. All the excitement of potentially winning the league here. So let's go, teams are warming up. What should we tell the boys? Atherton Collieries, we're the favourites. They are in the relegation zone, and I'll show you that now. So you never know. These games, they can be tentative, they can be not. So here's the live league table. As I say, Atherton Collieries are 20th. Ooh, highlight. In the first 4 minutes, corner, Pinder, Greenhall, all the way across. Okay, Tyler Martin's picked it up on the edge of the box. Nareki, Stanley and Nareki combining. Martin, Nareki, Stanley, big one. Oh my gosh, that's a penalty. Battersby there, he pushes over Shakespeare. I think he's going to book him. Is he going to book him? I think he's just having a word. He's having a word. He's been given a final warning. But does this mean that Mr. Upton's going to step up? Go Upton with a penalty. Oh, he saved it. Oh, that makes it even more exciting. Okay, Nantwich. So we're 10 points now. Nantwich must be winning. Nantwich, yeah, they're beating Wythenshawe. So Stalybridge are drawing, Nantwich are winning, and Cheadle are drawing to Loughborough. We need to keep an eye on this and keep an eye on how the scores are going. Nothing's happened since that penalty miss. Look at those shots, 10 shots to their 0. Okay, that's Martin again. AJ. Okay, Westwood coming forward. Brian, knock. Okay, Utembib's cuts it out on the attack here. Pinder. Skipping past their right back. Another Pinder. Ball across. Martin. Queuing up in the box. Michael Stanley. Oh. Finds the back of the net. Okay, let's take it back to the Gales. Goals here. Okay. 30 minutes nearly on the clock. Nantwich are the only team near us that aren't winning. Look at that. Look how tight that top 2nd, 3rd and 4th is. Even Clitheroe here in 69, naughty number. 12 points though. Not much has happened in any of the games. Clitheroe are now winning. Just this Loughborough and Cheadle on the Stalybridge Melbourne Town game, they're the most important ones. Okay, highlight. 43 on the clock. Battersby. Puts it wide. Flewers. Not even Flowers. He's a Flewer. That's their first shot. Okay, that's half time. Okay, let's do the complacency one. Despite our woes in front of goal, we are somehow leading. Thanks, assistant manager. It's a positive man, isn't he? Positive. So, 14 shots to their 3. To be honest, like, front four are doing okay, but with Enjoy equalised. That's even better for us. Everyone else is drawing. Okay, highlight. The 10-bit picks it up. Look at him. Nareki. Pinder. Swear. Shakespeare. Come on. 2-0. Get in the boys. If you didn't know, 10-bit has signed a new contract. He's going to be here till for next season. Upton's on a 6.0. I assume that's because he's missed the penalty, but you know what, let's bring him off. I haven't sorted this bench very well, so let's do what I was going to do. Do this, and major. Do like this. Stanley's had a really good game, and let's bring all on left back. So 2 changes, both on the left hand side. But we are 2-0 up. There are 65 minutes on the clock. We'll cut out. Who was that? Recky, well done, lad. Okay, so Major's going to skip. Great ball, Pinder. Cuts back. Recky, Greenhall. Oh, Tyler Martin. Oh, this would be great. Box to box. I think Greenhall's not really a defensive-based player. And then playing Recky more as the holding player. Was another highlight straight off the kickoff. Greenhall, Shakespeare. What a ball out of time, Martin, ball across, no one there. Walpole, Recky, Greenhall, Major. Little triangles playing here, boys. What a ball, Walpole. Oh, Tyler Martin nearly squeaks in the back post there. 3-0. We're doing our part. 12 points ahead of Cheadle. They're drawing, and still Stalybridge are drawing as well, I think. Then we've got this wrapped up. Okay, let's bring on Butterworth for Shakespeare. Might as well just mix it up a little bit. You know, I know Shakespeare scored. Sorry, he hasn't scored. Pinder's got. Oh, has he scored? I can't work it out. Yeah. Oh yeah, Stanley, Shakespeare, Martin. God, we should put the goal scorers in first, not the assister. I can see the goal thing is. Anyway, Brian there for them. We've got a 6.0. Anything happening in the other games? Okay. Last minute highlight. Could this mean we can win the league? Greenhall with a free kick, edge of the box. Good save from the goalie. Liver Sedge, his name is. Okay, this is it. Yes. Get it. Oh, I've got a trophy celebration. I didn't think they did trophy celebrations this way down. Hey, look at the little shield we get. It's not a proper trophy per se, but we have got a little shield. Brilliant. Well done, boys. Here you go. Lift into Stanley. Stanley's going to lift the trophy. Yeah, come on the boys. Just like that, we win this division. We're going up as champions. Yeah, come on the boys. There they go. As I say, there's a few players here who are staying for next season. Most of the players here are actually good, like good enough to play in the division above. So what I'm going to do is, once the boys have all walked off the pitch, I'm going to play the rest of the games off camera. I'm going to come back to the very, very end of the season. But first of all, I know this is what you all want to see. You want to see our budgets for next season. So my plan is to then play all the games off camera and then come back at the end of the season. I'll show you who's still here and the kind of things that we need to look at for squad building for next season, ready for a good transfer special in the next episode. Okay, so here's our budgets. That's not the budgets. That's the budgets. Wow, 365 grand in transfer budget. I'm going to pump all of that into wage budget. I'm not spending money this far down. With a spare wage budget of 3.5 grand, scouting budget of 7.71, that'll fix itself when the new sponsorships and everything comes out at the end of the season. See, that's the importance of the FA Cup. Look, £1 million in the bank. £1 £1 million this low down. That's why they've given me 365 grand. I'm going to have fun in the off season, and I'm going to be building an absolute wonder team for this low down. But I'm going to take it all the way through to the end of the season, and we'll do a little end of season wrap up, who's staying, who's going, and I'll take it from there. And just like that, that's the end of season 2 with FC Isle of Man. What I've done is I've swapped around some of the budgets. So this is our actual budget now for the team. So if you look, we've got a £23,000 available transfer budget, 7.5 grand wage budget left. So we're spending 6.2, we've got 7.75 left, and I've just pumped a load into the scouting budget because I want to do the UK and Ireland one when all the players from, you know, the Premier League, etc., they all get released, all the youth players. £1 million in the bank, so absolutely flying. So after our Atherton Collieries game, we drew 2-2 to Mossley, with Utemba and Shakespeare getting a goal. 2-0 against Wythenshawe, with Pinder and Shakespeare getting the goals there, and then a great 4-0 win away from home to wrap up the season, play like champions. So we're 14 points in the end. Let's look at the league. 14 points clear in the end, 92 points final. Cheadle Town coming second. What I want to do is, before the end of this wrap up, etc., I'm going to play through all the playoff games and we can see who's going to go through and who's going to come up with us. So sorted it by the players that are leaving. So Solomon Honor and Wilcock are already leaving. They've got contracts. So Wilcock's going to Darlington and Honor is going to Real Bedford. The rest of these players here, from Pennington down to Edwards, they do not have contracts for next season. So we've got Christy Edwards, Jaden Major, Hayden Lindley, Isaac Lamb, Tyler Martin, Walpole, Brooklyn Bailey, Callum Jones, Tommy McNally, Miles Labastide, Wilcock, Honor, Butterworth and Pennington. Some familiar names. Wilcock played quite a lot at the beginning of the season. Pennington's played a few games. Tyler Martin's been ever present, but I don't think they're ready to cut it for the next league. This is what the squad planner looks like. So Alex Bird in goal, I think he's good enough to make the step up to the next division. With Forshaw as his backup, I'll probably sign a new backup. Forshaw wants to leave. Solomon Honor's going out. Stanley and Sunday as right backs. I think we're pretty much certain that those two are going to be there unless I find somebody better. Moonen and Utemba, he's unhappy because I haven't strengthened the first team. Whatever. Pete and Lindley. On the left, we've only got Polland. Wilcock is going out. In centre mid, obviously I think Lindley's not going to be here. Then we've got Upton and Nareki and maybe Pinder. Well, actually Pinder's going back on loan, so Pinder's going, Lindley's going, so we've only got Upton and Nareki. We need to sign a couple of DMs. Martin is our only left winger. Pinder's not going to be here. Greenhall, he will stay, so again a little bit of backup there for Greenhall, maybe a replacement for Greenhall, and we need a right winger. Shakespeare will be here for next season, but again there's no backup, so we're looking at centre back or two, DM or two, left back or two, wingers, attacking midfielders and a striker. So I've got plenty of money to look to buy new players, so that's going to be that. And I think the Ruby Lightfoot here is exactly what we have just been talking about. So like in depth at DM, defence, left back, right wing and attack midfield. So they're all players that I'm obviously looking at for next season. Let's have a look at this. So we've got an extra 630 social media followers. I wish I had 630 social media followers, to be honest. 650 season tickets and none on the waiting list. I have not been touching the facilities. The only thing I did was I boosted our youth recruitment and youth and junior coaching. But again, we haven't got the money to, create into a full youth only save. It might come in the future. And I know you were all excited to see who was coming up with us. Guess who it is, boys and girls and everybody else. It's only Cheadle Town. They 1-1 against Stalybridge Celtic. On penalties. All the way through They had 2 myths. So guess who's coming up with us? Yes, Cheadle Town. Right, and just like that, that's it. That is the end of Season 2 with FC Isle of Man. We've won the league. Cheadle Town are coming up with us, so we're going to have to play them again next season, see who has improved better. I saw them. So, let's stay tuned. We've got so much money to spend. So I'm going to roll round to the 1st of July. Look out for the transfer special in the near one. If you are enjoying what you are seeing, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe to the channel. I'd be absolutely grateful. Thank you ever so much everybody for your support, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.